A very good evening, all of you. I know it is an hot topic, but it's an ever-changing one. I took my first session in the mid 2023 when Dr. Vijay Karthikeyan asked me, and I wanted to brush up on new things. There is so many new things which have come, and it is an ever-evolving field, and we need to catch up and we need to keep up with it. Otherwise, we will be left back. And one more thing, this is not for people who are pro in AI. I know there are so many of y'all who are already using ChatGPT and all other AI tools left, right, and center. My presentation is not for y'all. Maybe you can add on to what I'm talking and enhance the other things in this topic. But for people who are novice, who want to learn, who are little, jittery, like how I was 6 to 7 months ago when I wanted to learn about AI, this is definitely for you. AI has definitely caused a lot of revolution. I am somebody who wants to balance my work, personal life, fun, everything. I don't like just academics. I don't like just having fun. I want a balance. And AI has definitely helped me in fastening the work I do and in having a balance in my work life. And I have a harmony at both the places, I can say. At least for that, I think we all need to learn about the AI tools. Now, this will be my outline of presentation. Uh, so now what is artificial intelligence? I'm not an engineer, but this is what artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems, encompassing learning, reasoning, and self-correction. This is all it does. So machine will behave like human. Okay, that's why it's called as artificial intelligence. It's the simulation which happens for learning, for reasoning, and it will ask for feedback. Whenever you work on a chat GPT or something, it asks for feedback, and that will help in self-correction. So an AI system is a machine-based system that can, for a given set of human-defined objectives, make predictions, recommendations, or decisions influencing real or virtual environments. AI systems are designed to operate with varying levels of autonomy. This is in briefly about artificial intelligence. Now, it's very interesting when I went through the timeline of artificial intelligence. So these things started in 1950s itself, okay? And people started thinking, can machine think like humans? I think we also have seen a lot of fantasy movies where machine thinks like humans. But the time is there now, have come where the machine can actually think like humans. Then in 1956, John McCarthy for the first time introduced the word artificial intelligence. Then Joseph, he created a chatbot which can hold conversations with the humans. Then we had a chess playing computer, Deep Blue, which defeats the chess champion Gary Kasparov. Then next, Sony launched a first robo pet dog called as Aibo, whose personality and skills were developed over time. Then the first mass-produced robotic vacuum cleaner, Roomba, which learns to navigate in homes without anybody's command. Now, I think even in India, we find a lot of automatic vacuum cleaners. Then in 2011, Apple integrates iPhone with our very famous Siri, intelligent virtual assistant. Then came the question answering computer, which is Watson, which wins the first prize in a TV show, Jeopardy. Then after that, Amazon launches Alexa in 2014, which is also a virtual assistant tool. And in And in 2020, first time GPT-3 tool was released for the conversation. But it came to the public domain only in 2022. And from 2023, we all started using it rampantly. There are certain eras in advance in the technology. I would say the first one was the mobile phone, where everybody could have mobile at around 2080. Then came internet. I think people call it as geo revolution, where every mobile had internet. That caused another revolution. And I believe this artificial intelligence, after the introduction of chat GPT and availability for public, this is causing another revolution in the field of technology. Now, I want to emphasize a little bit on ChatGPT because that is a common tool which we all use. And 6 months ago, ChatGPT released another thing called as GPT-4, which is an advanced version for which you have to pay $20 per month, which is around 1,600 rupees per month. What is the difference between the regular free ChatGPT and this GPT-4? Obviously, this GPT-4 has a lot more parameters and its computational power is enormous and it can handle complex, diverse tasks. Then it has a longer memory, like whatever you check will come in the side that you can see for months together, which you can't in the chat GPT. GPT-4 is slower and it has a certain number of prompts only per hour, because it processes so much of data as compared to chat GPT. Then it is capable of accepting visual inputs, like there is an option where you can upload your PDF, where you can upload your image, upload your documents and ask GPT to answer your questions. That facility is not there, okay? And it is truly multilingual and it can handle multiple languages. So this is an introduction to Chat GPT. Now, before going into that, I just want to introduce Chat GPT for the people who have not used. I know many of you have been using. So this is how, if you just type Chat GPT, OpenAI, this will open. You have to sign in through your Google. All the apps which I'll be showing today, I'm already signed in. But those who will be using for the first time, it will ask you the sign-in procedure. You will have to sign in. So it will ask you so many things. So you can ask any questions. It is going to answer. I have subscribed for GPT-4. So when I press this side, I will have this GPT-4. Okay. So can you see this upload button, attachment? So with this, I can even attach documents, which you will be seeing later, how I can attach an Excel and ask GPT to analyze. Okay. Then there will be a sidebar. Okay, where you have all these things. Okay. So there is one feature in this Chat GPT-4, which is called as Explore GPT, which is a wonderful feature. Like you can customize. For example, you are a president of IMA of Tamil Nadu and you want to create programs. You can say, I am the president of IMA of Tamil Nadu branch and these are my vision. Can you help me in planning and organizing? So once you devise a GPT of what you want, it will, you have to just type your problem. It will behave like you are the president of IMA and it will start giving answer. I had created one for my son. He is very bad in language, especially writing. So I said, I am 9-year-old boy who have problem in reading and writing Kannada. So you can you help? So it will give me suggestions. It will give me links where I can go and teach my son how to improve his language. So you can customize. This I'm saying for the general purpose. Other than that, people have customized it like for systematic review. Can you see here? Systematic review, expert review. If you want to, like, you get a reference in some other format. I was finding it very difficult. I thought this is the best way. I have created one where I just put any reference and I ask it to convert into Vancouver format. It will convert into Vancouver format. So like that, a lot of customized GPTs are available and this is for the paid version only. I just wanted you all to introduce to the power of GPT before directly showing how the GPT works. So now coming to what are the applications of AI in health research? I'm sure there may be a lot more than that. So the first thing is risk assessment, which we all do. What is the risk of cancer? What is the risk of getting something? So what these AI will do, it will analyze the large data sets and it will come up with the predictions. We used to do it like whatever score we have, diabetic prediction score or our JNC cardiovascular disease prediction score, WHO heart disease prediction score, all these things which we did like manually. Now if we just feed data, it can give you the risk of a particular disease by itself. Then, of course, for drug discovery, it is very useful. It can identify the potential drug candidates by analyzing its chemical compositions and predicting their effectiveness. Diagnosis and patient engagement, there are many hospitals, like in Karnataka, Narayana Hridayalaya, it uses. So there is an AI called Medha. So when we go, we have to interact with the Medha. We have to tell, what are the issues we have, and Medha will refer us to which section of the hospital we have to go. It will ask which department or which doctor we want consultation. So all these things, and if we tell our symptoms, it can also help in finding the diagnosis or probable diagnosis. What are the tests, and if you upload the test results, it will help in giving you the recommendations for the test results or interpretation of the test results and personalized recommendations. Rather than just giving one recommendation, it can give you tailor-made recommendation based on your own symptoms and signs and your own whims and fancies. Then it is used for natural language processing, where it assists in analyzing large amount of medical literature to give summary and recommendation for further analysis. So these are few applications. I'm sure there are a lot more. In Karnataka also, in a medical college in Chitradurga, there is a whole cell which is working in artificial intelligence. They have created an AI tool where just by scanning the finger, it can tell the hemoglobin levels. Then if you take a photo of X-ray, of the chest X-ray, it can tell what is the risk or is there tuberculosis or not. I'm sure a lot is happening in other parts of India also, but these are few things which I'm aware which is happening with the help of AI. And India is not left behind. India started something called as India AI in the year 2020 itself, where a web portal is launched for all AI developments in India. India also conducted a global symposium where many people, including children, you can see it even in the YouTube, where they have presented their inventions using AI. And India recently released 75 at 75, India's AI journey, which is a compendium containing 75 AI use cases, which is implemented across India academia and also in corporates and startups. I just want you to show a small video.
Hello, madam. This video is not audible.
Oh, is that so? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Is it audible now?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I think it's fine. I just wanted to introduce the AI revolution in the healthcare which is happening. It is available in the YouTube, and I think if you can browse, you can also see the various AI revolution which is happening in India also. So now let's go to what are the applications of AI in health research. I think that's the topic of today. So before going into the health research, how we can apply AI, I thought let's understand the health research cycle so that we know at each level of this health research cycle, which are all the AI tools which we can use. Again, I'm emphasizing, I am not dealing with all the tools which are available in that particular field. I'm only explaining and showing hands-on on the tools which I have used or which a few of my friends have used and found it useful. But that may not be the best, and you may find various other tools which you can explore yourself. So the first thing is always identifying a problem or to find a research gap. Once you identify the problem, you do a in-depth literature review to understand what all is being done in that particular problem. Then you set an objective, then you choose the study design, you design the methodology, you collect the data, you analyze the data, you write the manuscript. Then after that, you are going to disseminate your data. Then the cycle will continue and you will identify some gaps in your study which will be picked by others and they will start taking the research further. So this is the research cycle. So let's go one by one and we understand how we can use AI in these things. So the first very important thing is idea generation. I think most of the PGs or when we were PGs, my PG guy told me, Deepthi, you go find 10 topics of your interest and come, let's discuss. And I am from a medical college where we were not exposed much to research. It was a rural medical college and suddenly I went into St. John's where internship doing a project is compulsory. And every intern knew about projects, every intern knew about it. And I used to sit there awestruck how they were presenting so nicely, without any problem. So I did not have AI or even for that computers was very difficult. We had to go pay 50 rupees, 60 rupees per hour, even if we had to browse something on the internet. And St. John's Library was wonderful. The people who are born before 1980s will definitely understand what I'm talking. So throughout India, many people used to come to St. John's to find articles, journal articles, and they used to take Xerox and they used to use those. But thanks to all this technology, now it is all available at the fingertips. So what AI does is, it will identify the patterns and the trends in the big data. It cannot independently create its own theories, but it will help you to understand these concepts. So it is a data-driven prediction and hypothesis refinement, which this will do, through which you can identify the data. Now, how to actually do it? Okay, so basically how you do literature review, you go through the journals, you search a lot of journals, read one by one, and you will get to know what is the research gap. Otherwise, you will talk to some person who is good in that particular field, a research scholar. You ask them, can you list me what are all the problems, and then they may say. And another one is our Google Scholar. That is what we all been using from 15-20 years to find our research articles. So in that, one easy way to find your research article is you write your research interest, then use the Boolean operators A and D, and you can write any of these terminologies like promising results in the inverted comma, or these preliminary results, or requires deeper understanding, something like this. If you write, then you get a lot of articles which has spoken about that. So let me open Google Scholar. So what I'll do is, now how do you find these phrases? Okay, so how do you find these phrases? So what I can do is, I can go to ChatGPT. Okay, I can go to ChatGPT. So I'll go for the regular 3.5 ChatGPT. Okay, and I'm going to type, I'm trying to find the research gap in my research field. What sorts of phrases are used in peer-reviewed papers that I can search, for example? I already have our promising results and preliminary results show. So when I put this command, it gives me a lot of phrases like, these are all the phrases. Further investigation is warranted, more research is needed, then further study should address. So what I will do, I will take one thing. Okay. So further investigation is warranted. So this is what I am going to take. So now I'm going to Google Scholar and my area of interest is disability and rehabilitation. Okay, so I will say early developmental delay. Then I'm going to put and then I'm going to paste this. Okay, so now I'm going to search. So once I search, it is going to give me the articles where it is spoken about what needs to be improved. Okay, so when I read these articles, I will get to understand what is already done and what needs to be done. And it's preferable to go for the recent articles so that you can, look at the timeline and say since 2024 or 2023. Okay, and then you can find what are all the things which require. So I can start working or I can decide that as my research topic or research gap and start working. This is one easy way for people who want to search for a research gap or a research topic. Now, I have another way to do that is, so that is one way, that is a preferred way where you can find. Another way to do is I can ask ChatGPT. I have typed the questions and kept, because I'm really slow in typing. I take a lot of time to save time. I have done this. Okay. So I can ask ChatGPT directly, list the areas of interest in my field. My field of interest is early developmental delay in community settings. Okay. So I am going to ask, list the areas of interest for research in early developmental delay in the community. So when I ask, it is going to tell me what are all the areas I can think of. Early identification and screening, risk factors and protective factors for early developmental or developmental delay. What are the intervention strategies? It is also telling me, researching on these things will definitely help. Okay. So I can also decide on the topic like this and find the research gaps, and I can finalize on one of the topics. This is one way how you can get your idea generated. So once your idea is generated, this is the topic. So I wanted to screen for early developmental delay in community. Okay, so this was the research topic I selected. Okay, so now the next topic is you have to
Ma'am, you have gone muted. Muted now.
Oh, sorry. So I have put literature review and discussion together, though discussion comes at the end, because what the tools which we use for both literature review and discussion are similar. Okay, so that's why I have put both the things together. So we know that PubMed, like yesterday when I checked, the total amount of citations and abstracts of biomedical literature which is there in PubMed is 36 million, which is humanly impossible. And many a times we leave out some important article when we search through Google, and we just select the first 4 or 5 articles. That's how it happens. So as humans, it is very difficult to go through. So traditional literature searches with specific keywords, and you may not get those things in those articles. However, natural language processing improves search accuracy by enhancing the keyword relevance. So you can, before starting the literature review, what I will do is I want to get the So before starting the literature review, the best thing is to get your outline for literature review. I think your PG guides also tell the same thing. First, get the outline for your literature review. And this is a very good, chat GPT is a very good tool to get the outline for your study. So you can ask this question, give the outline for review of literature on community early developmental delay screening in India. Okay, so now it is giving me the outline. It says first say introduction, in that background and concept, significant of early developmental delay. So it gives you a lot of things, what all I should write in the literature review, so that you will get to know what are the things you need to look for in the literature review. Okay, so this is one way of creating the outline. If you want it for a journal, and if you want a shorter literature review, you can also ask that. It can give you a shorter literature review. And these things will be beautiful to write it in your dissertation to go in this order. So you can get your outline for your literature review by using ChatGPT. So now you have outline. So next is you have to start looking for your literatures. So is ChatGPT good for literature review? With my experience, direct ChatGPT is very bad for literature review. You know, it writes beautifully. It gives 1, 2, 3, 4 references, and it will also give the references. If you go and search for that references in the internet, it is dummy. It is so auto creative. It will automatically create its own references, which is not available. So as of today, direct chat GPT is not a good tool for literature review. The two good tools which are excellent for literature review are, one is ELICIT, the other one is consensus. So I want to demonstrate these two things to you all. So first let's go to ELICIT. So once you press the elicit.com, it will ask you to log in. You can log in or you can log in through your Google also. Sorry, it's taking a little time.
Madam,
Yes.
by the time it opens up, I just like to ask whether we'll be getting this PPT.
I can share the PPT. I don't have any concerns with it. I can share the PPT.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, your voice is not audible. Okay. May I request the participant to kindly mute? Okay. So when you open the ELICIT, you get it like this. Okay. So when you open the ELICIT, you get it like this. It will ask find papers, ask a research question, extract data from PDF. This is a free form which I am showing. I have not subscribed to this. So obviously any AI tool, the free form, you will not have all the options available. But in the subscribed form, you will find a lot of options. So I want to ask this question for ELICIT. I will ask, find the research articles on early identification of developmental delay in India, because that is what I want to find out. Okay. So I will ask. it's taking time. While it's taking time, I will demonstrate the consensus for you. Okay. So consensus again is another beautiful platform where you can get, I mean, you may not get the summary of articles, but you'll get to know which are all the articles which you have to refer to. Okay. So now the same question I will ask for consensus. So once I ask these questions, it has come up with the literature. Okay, so monitoring tools for early identification of children with developmental delay in India and update. Okay, so here they mentioned the prevalence, so it is coming. It also gives a study snapshot, but these are all credentials, like only if you go for premium, you can access these. Okay, then developmental delay among children below 2 years of age, a cross-sectional study. So it is giving me the literature of developmental delay. So I can go to this study and I can read further. Now, if I want to cite this, I have to just press on this. It will give you citation in all the formats. You can just go for BibTeX if you are using your Zotero or Mendeley. So BibTeX is a good format to save, and you can use this for citations. You can just copy text and paste there. So here you will get all the articles which are there in this. So you can select which are all relevant for you and you can take it. Now, another important thing is you can also export, like if you don't have time to read, you can also export this in .csv and .ris format, and you can read it further. If you have a paid version, it will also help you in writing. Okay, it has a copilot. It will also help you in writing. So another importance of consensus is you can ask certain questions, like you want to find out, like I want to have a question like this: screening of children for early developmental delay in community by health workers, is it effective? I want to know about that. So I can ask such questions. Okay, or I want to find out, is vitamin D supplementation effective in reducing migraine episodes? Or is consuming a lot of Pantop or pantoprazole causes any gastrointestinal disorders? Any question which pops in my mind, I can ask those questions. Once you ask such questions, you get something called as consensus summary and a consensus meter. Okay, so the consensus of all the articles which this consensus has analyzed, it says that 80% says that yes, that healthcare worker training can definitely improve the screening of early developmental delay in community. However, there is 20% of the articles which are saying no. Okay, so there are 7 papers analyzed, and it says these studies suggest that developmental screening by health workers is effective in identifying delays, referring children to early intervention, and improving access to services, especially in vulnerable population. Okay, and if you come down, you will also get the access to those articles. Okay, so it will also say what type of study is it. Okay, then what type and if anything is there, how many citations, which year was it published, highly cited. Then you can also share this with others. It will also say whether this article said that this particular decision, yes, one more article said possibly, and one more article unknown, things like that. So it's a very beautiful platform, and just with the free access, you can understand a lot of things. To come to this consensus on a Google or some other platform is really very difficult. So consensus is a wonderful tool, and you people can definitely use it. And similarly, I will use it also for discussion. Like for example, in my study, I got the prevalence of early developmental delay to be 11%. Discuss this result comparing with the other study results in India. No, if I say that, it will give you the different results and what is the prevalence of developmental delay in those articles. Okay, so you can keep going one by one and you can pick what you want and you can start using it. So this is how the consensus works. Okay, so now let's see if ELICIT is cooperative. I don't know, ELICIT is not yet cooperative. It was very cooperative in the morning. Let me revisit this after some time. But in ELICIT, it has a very good advantage because you can also add a lot of things like where it was conducted, what was the sample size, what was the study population, what was the intervention done, what is the limitation of this study. You know, all these things ELICIT will answer. Okay, so unfortunately it is not.
Ma'am,
We will, sorry.
ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are these platforms, they are paid platforms or
As of now, what I'm showing is the free part, but everything has two sections. There are few things which you can try in free. If you want further more, like if you want consensus to summarize and give you in sentence of all the summary, then you have to take for premium version. Did I answer
okay.
your question?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This is the problem with internet. Okay, this is a nightmare for me always. What if I'm taking online class and it doesn't work? Okay. Especially hands-on when you're doing, it's always nice if it works. Let's wait for some time until it generates. Until then, let's keep moving forward. I'll come back to this. I'll definitely show before we leave. Okay. And the next wonderful tool which I use more commonly is something called as Merlin. Okay. So this is a beautiful tool to summarize. So when I share the PPT, you get the link. So this is an AI extension tool. And I hope you can see this small square box with two eyes and a nose. This is the Merlin extension. Okay. So whenever I'm browsing, this Merlin extension is always there. It helps me summarize. So you have to just press on this and you have to put this extension and you will get this extension. Okay. So now what I'll do is I will go on Google and ask the same question. And you know, if it is not in Scholar, so many other things will come. So the Merlin will give the summary of what I am looking for. Okay. Now, for example, I'll go to one particular study like this. One particular study and I open it. Okay, predictors and follow-up adherence. Now, I feel it's very difficult for me to study 10 pages. I want to know if they've given any prevalence. So what I'll do is, I'll select from introduction. Okay, and I'll right click and it will say give context to Merlin. Okay, so I gave context to Merlin. So this window will open. Now I feel I don't have time to study, or it takes so much of time. So I'll say summarize this. Okay, so when I say summarize this, it is going to give me a brief summary. Can you see? The test discusses the importance of early identification, particularly in South Africa, emphasizes the benefits of timely support of a child's development. So I get to know and what all is done. Okay. So I get to know a little bit. And it also gives you suggestions of what questions you can ask based on this document. Okay. So, let me ask this question. What are the challenges in early intervention services? So it is picked and it is giving only from this. It is not like how chat GPT sometimes imagines and gives. No, it is not like that. When I give a particular text to Merlin, okay, it will only answer from that context. Okay, so these are all the things. See, it has given you all the challenges. So it can give lead questions, or you can also ask if something is there, and it will answer you those particular questions. So for time saving and to understand if a particular thing is there, sometimes you read the entire article, spend almost 1.5 to 2 hours, and you get to know, there's nothing relevant, or what you want is not there in this article. Okay, so it is very helpful. Not just this, sometimes when we were doing systematic review and all, and some reports I had to go through, and the reports will be some 90 pages, 100 pages. You can just use this, or I'll show you another one. See,
we
this
can
works
use
only.
this, huh?
Yeah, you can use this, or you can use something called as ask your PDF. This is because this works only online. Okay, so you can ask your PDF other than what PDF you have. If you want to upload and ask for that, you can use that particular document. And one more beauty of this Merlin is, see, this was one of the chat GPT presentation which I had taken. So sometimes when I want to learn about some things, so we generally nowadays, I don't read. I am more of an auditory learner, or if I see and understand what they're doing, I understand it better. So I sort most to YouTubes. But what happens many a times, you see and nothing relevant, or you don't know what is there. This Merlin, it beautifully summarizes. See what is there in the video. Okay, so what is there in the video, this beautifully summarize. So I say summarize this video. It will give you summary, and it will also give you at what point what I have spoken. Okay, so if I have to know only about chat GPT to create presentation, there is no need to look at this video for 30 minutes. I can directly jump to 30 minutes. If I want to learn Merlin Chrome, then I can directly jump to 46 minutes. I really find this useful, which will help me to navigate. And sometimes if you want something, you can they've spoken so nicely, you can't sit and type whatever they have told. It will also gives the transcript of everything what they have spoken. Isn't this amazing? Okay, so Merlin is a beautiful tool which you can use in your daily life, not just for research, for a lot of things you can use. It is a very time consuming, conserving, and it is a very helpful tool. So these are the two uses of Merlin which I wanted to discuss with all of you. Yeah. Now the ELICIT has come up with the 4 papers, and one advantage of ELICIT is it will also give you the summary. Look at that. For the question I asked, it has given you the summary with the articles. Okay, it has given you the summary of the 4 papers where there was effectiveness of community-based screening. And then if you come a little below, you can also see what is the paper, what is the abstract summary. Now I want to know more things about it. So there is an option here. If you come a little down, You can also discuss, like you want to know what methodology, then you can add in the methodology. Okay, so it will add in the methodology of that. I also want to know what were all the outcomes which were measured. So I press that, it is going to give what are all the outcomes which have been measured. Okay, and then what were all the interventions done? I can press, it can give what are all the intervention done. So this is very useful when you're writing review of literature and also when you're doing your discussion, because you know, you type something, you have got a result and you want to find the other studies which have found this one and discuss whether it is same or different. And here they would have also discussed what are the limitations of the study, what is the summary of discussion, you know, all these things it will come. So whichever is suitable for you, you can take from this and use it in your writing of either review of literature or your discussion. So these are two tools which even I use. One is the ELICIT and other one is the consensus. So ELICIT, if you are using free version, it will give you only 4 articles. That doesn't mean there are only 4 articles. But if you are using a premium version, it will give you all the articles which are present. Okay. So maybe you can split your results into one thing, like just prevalence, just one factor, and try to get the result of each, and which will help you in writing. Okay. But consensus will give you a lot of articles. It doesn't have much limitations. So you can use consensus to extract more articles. So now another tool which I use regularly, which has helped me in understanding is Ask Your PDF. Okay. So in this Ask Your PDF, so you can download the article. You can upload your article. Okay. So you can also upload images and you can ask to explain those images. So now I have uploaded one article as to how to do meta-analysis using R software. You know, this was something I wanted to learn. I found a beautiful article, but you know, it was really to read so much was not very convenient for me. So I will say summarize. Summarize this article. Uh-oh. Okay, I'll upload the document again. You know, it is...
Madam?
Yeah?
Yeah, ma'am, by the time it gets uploaded, I just want to ask one question, whether if
Yeah.
we are using consensus and we are writing, I think these are very useful tools for this literature review or writing a review article. But you know that nowadays the general check for AI plagiarism also,
Yes, I'll
or
come to that. I'm also going to speak
yeah,
about that also. We have
yeah,
included that also. Yes, AI, see, whatever we find it easy, obviously there will be something which comes up. But you know, something else will come up to combat that also. You know, that's how the world is being working. We'll discuss that also. Okay.
okay, madam.
Okay. Okay. I've not subscribed. So I think conversation. Okay, I think it needs a subscription, but you can try. I will share few more AI tools where you can read your PDF. Okay. So, and I find it really useful because it will answer with context to that article alone. Like how Merlin said, no, I think Merlin also have that thing to upload and discuss. So you can upload the article, like if you have any questions on life and you want to know what Bhagavad Gita says or what Bible says, you can upload the Bible and ask your questions, and you get the answers in the perspective of Bhagavad Gita or in the perspective of Bible. Okay, so you upload one whole document of some survey which is being done, and all the answers you get only from that document. So especially when the documents are huge and big data is being analyzed, it's a very useful tool to use. It's very simple. You upload your document and ask your question, just like how Merlin answered, this one will also answer. So now coming to the next phase, which is objective setting, designing your methodology, and your if you want to give a project proposal, you know how to go about the project proposal. Okay, so research protocol writing is still predominantly performed by human researchers only. AI is not doing so much, but you can take its help to optimize your research protocol development, especially, you know, if you have left out any variable. Sometimes it happens, no, like we would have started thesis and suddenly you find some article and you feel that, oh, I should have included this, or during analysis you will find, oh, I should have taken that information also. So it will help you in optimizing the variables to finalize your study design. It will also help you in sample size calculation and statistical analysis plans. So let's do one by one to see how it can help in all these things. Okay, so now for objective generation, I still like ChatGPT itself. So I have asked the question that I want to screen children below 3 years of age in community for developmental delay and find the risk factors associated with it. Can you provide the objectives for this study? Okay, so I have asked this question. One thing, see, I am not a native English speaker. My my mother tongue is Kannada, so how much ever I try to speak English well, it will not be as polished or as appropriate as it is of the Westerners. Okay, so it will give you a lot of objectives, you know, to assess the prevalence of developmental delay. So based on that, you can choose whichever it has given you for each one: socio-demographic characteristics, maternal and paternal factors, environmental factors. So based on what is feasible for you, you can choose your objective from the list. Sometimes it also give you the list like primary objective, secondary objective, and some things in the primary. Very beautifully, it will gives even that. Oh, okay, this is Chat GPT 3.5. I want to show you the same one in GPT 4, just for you to know the difference. See, when I go there, it becomes much more specific, much more refined. Okay, it gives you the main objective, then it gave the specific objective. Under that, it again divided into sub objectives. Okay, so based on what you want to do, you can choose it. So GPT-4 is definitely more powerful and more precise compared to your Chat GPT. Now let's check for sample size. Now, I found from the literature review that the sample size of developmental delay in India is 10%. So, I am saying if the prevalence of developmental delay is 10% in India, to find the prevalence of developmental delay, how much sample should I take? So, let's see how ChatGPT will answer. See, it is giving for the sample size calculation, you need the prevalence of other studies. Okay, you need the confidence level, you need the margin error precision. It also gave me the formula. Now it is substituting the formula to that. Okay. And GPT uses Python for all its calculations. Okay, it uses the Python software in the background for all its calculation. So it says to estimate the prevalence of developmental delay with a 5% margin of error and 95%, you would need a sample of approximately 138 children. The sample size is sufficient to ensure. Okay, it has given. And it is also giving, if you want some other margin, you know, these are all the sample size. So I think community medicine people, you people can appreciate. This is a very nicely written sample size calculation for anything. It is discussed everything very beautifully. Okay. So now I want to add 10% for non-response. So now it is accounting for that 10% of non-response and it is giving me the adjusted sample size. So it also gave me the formula. Then it added that 10%. It told you at 3% it is how much. If it is a 5%, it is how much. Okay. So from 138, it went up to 154. Okay. So you can use it for your prompt should be proper. Like how you have to find out what are the things I need for sample size calculation. Then you just ask a question just like how you are asking. It will calculate the sample size. Now I'll give you how it will analyze. Okay. Just by giving simple commands. But for analysis, you cannot use ChatGPT 3. You can do analysis only with ChatGPT 4 because the upload feature and Python functions are not there in GPT 3.5. Okay. So now I'm going to upload my data file. So we had recently done a study where we had found out cognitive ability and cognitive ability and activities of daily living among patients with stroke in our hospital. Okay. So now what I will ask is, before going there, I think I will show you the data just for you to know how my data looks.
And this GPT 3.5 also, he can calculate the sample size or
No,
only in 4?
GPT 3.5, no, because Python functions are not there.
Ah.
So this is the data, the name, age, sex. This was the diabetes mellitus from how many years? This is how the data is. Now, I will ask GPT to provide mean, or I will say calculate. Calculate mean and standard deviation for age. So let's see if it calculates. So it is saying what it is looking at, okay? What it is calculating. And then it found out that 57 years is the mean and 13.4 is the standard deviation. I have calculated that's the mean and standard deviation. Now I will ask, can you assess if there is a significant difference in age between males and females. Okay, so I want to know if there is a significant difference in the age between the males and females. So it says to find the significant difference between males and females, I need to do a independent sample t-test. Okay, in this case, males and females. Okay, so see, like how we do, it is first assessing the data for the normality. Okay, so now it is assessing the data for normality by using histogram with the Shapiro-Wilk test. Okay, then it is also checking the homogeneity. Then it decided that I am going to do the t-test, and now it is analyzing. Let's see what results we will get. Vijay, do we have any time restrictions?
No, ma'am, you can go on.
Okay, because it's already 7. I think I am taking too much time.
No, it's okay, ma'am, you can go on.
See, can you see so beautifully? It gave the graph, okay? Then it gave the statistic. Okay, so it is not normally, it says, see, both the groups p-values are greater than 0.05, suggesting that the null hypothesis of normality cannot be rejected. This indicates that the age distribution for both males and females are approximately normal, which statistician will explain us. You know, it is so difficult. Then it is also checked the homogeneity of variance. Okay, then it went for t-test. It gave the t-test statistic. It gave the p statistic. And it is saying that this indicates that no statistically significant difference in mean ages of males and females is in the sample. Okay, if you want to understand, it also gives, I don't understand Python. If somebody who knows coding and understand Python, they can also check as to how it is being done. Okay, so GPT-4 is a very powerful tool for clearing so many questions. Okay, and another important thing which we use is to design questionnaire. Okay, uh, uh, because we all struggle for the initial designing of the questionnaire. Okay, so you can take it as like the preliminary thing. So I have asked design a questionnaire to screen children below 3 years of age in community for developmental delay and find the risk factors associated with it. Okay, so it is giving me, you know, demographics, the child's information, the parents' information, then developmental milestones. Okay, I could have specified use ages and stages questionnaire. Then it would have given much more in detail, because the questionnaire is very different for different age group. See, it's given for gross motor, fine motor. So you can take it as a starting point and you can always modify it rather than starting everything from the scratch. It can beautifully give you the entire questionnaire. So to create questionnaire also, you can use help of ChatGPT. Okay, I'm going to stop it because it is going to go elaborately on all factors. Okay, I'm not able to stop it. Okay. Okay, so it is going to elaborate on all the factors which can lead, because the study is very vast. I just said risk factors. I may have to just specify maternal risk factor. Now there is a new field called as prompt engineering. You know, in all areas, engineering, then medical, all the areas people are doing prompt engineering, because how effective we use these AI tools depends on how good is our prompt. If our prompt is good, then the output which you get will be to the point and excellent. If you give some vague prompts, then you will not get correct answers. Okay, so now there are fields like people who are interested in artificial intelligence in medical field. You people can perceive this prompt engineering and take it forward. Now next, another important thing is to prepare project proposal. You know, there is a deadline close by and I want to prepare a project proposal. ChatGPT is again another wonderful tool where it gives you good project proposal. I mean, it's a great starting point. Again, I wouldn't depend for introduction and review of literature for this. It's a good point to start, but you will get a brief idea as to what all should be there. See, now I asked, write a project proposal to screen children below 3 years of age in community for developmental delay and find the risk factors associated with this. Okay. So it is saying project title, project duration, where you're doing, which organization, background and justification. You can read this and find the suitable articles which can help the justification given by them. Then it's given the main objective, specific objective. Then, methodology, community-based cross-sectional study, sample size, sampling technique, data collection tools, data collection procedure. It gives the entire thing. And one more thing is, if you want participation information sheet and IEC form, even that you can give a proper prompt and it will give you the IEC sheet. And now it is multilingual, and we know that all the IEC sheets, everything has to be translated now. Okay, so this is a very helpful tool to translate in all the languages which you want. It gives you almost near normal translation. I think Google Translate will also work wonderfully, but this also you can use. Now, like I want a Gantt chart, I'll say provide a Gantt chart for this research project. See, my prompt was very vague. If I had used a proper prompt, like for 1 year, I'm doing here, all those things, no, then it would have given even more specific project proposal for us. So now it is saying what are all the things. So this will help you to plan out, because Gantt chart is basically to help us to plan out our research. What has to be done, when has to be done. So now first it is listing all the things which are required for that particular project proposal. Then after it lists, it will prepare a Gantt chart for the same. So now it was giving a visual representation of the Gantt chart for the same. This Gantt chart and all can be done even in 3.5, even project proposal, everything can be done except for analysis and like calculations cannot be done. Okay. Other than that, all these things can be done even in the ChatGPT 3.5. So let it keep doing. We'll revisit the same in a while. So clear objective setting, methodology, project proposal writing, how all we can use and which all AI tools we can use for the same. Okay. So next, the common thing which people are using, and I think one of our friend expressed the concern of detectability of AI in the manuscript. Yes. Nowadays people are detecting AI in the manuscript, and they are going to reject. Like if you're going to copy paste directly whatever is written, then the chances of the manuscript getting rejected is very high. Okay, but you can use like however I told you to use review of literature, all these things you can take the help and write the manuscript. Once you write the manuscript, you can use AI help for I told you our grammar is not that great, and maybe the sentence formation may not be good. So for all those things, and to concise, sometimes to you're getting more words, to concise it and make it into just 200 words or something. For such things, you can say summarize the following in just 200 words. It will summarize, but you may have to rephrase it or use other humanizer tools to convert that. Okay. It will convert written works into various formats. This is another advantage. Like before, we had to do it either with Mendeley or Zotero, and every time we can use to convert. Now it is not so. Once your manuscript is ready in Vancouver format, that journal rejects, and another journal is asking in APA format or some other format, you explain the format and upload the document. The entire document within seconds will be converted into the required format. So like that, it's a boon to convert it into another format. So you can say only work on the references and convert the references into that format. So it will listen to whatever you say. Okay. Now, when we submit articles to journals, they say that the submission should be original work of the authors. So in between, we also saw some articles where they have authored as chat GPT. I think you people have also seen it circulated a lot as a meme, that how chat GPT was quoted as an author because it gave the work and many journals accepted it also as an author. Okay. But now after the code of ethics have come for AI, authors, if they're using AI, they have to disclose. There are some journals which are strictly against using AI. They say that they are not accepting the content which are being used by AI. You can take the support, but directly whatever it wrote, copy pasting is something which they don't. But you can definitely use our illicit consensus and other articles to write journal. That's not AI. But if whatever it gave, if you're copy pasting, then that is not accepted by many journals. And nowadays, all the journals like Plagiarism Checker, they also have this AI generated text checking. So they will check for AI generated text, and accordingly, they are going to either give you recommendation to alter if the thing is only little, or if it is too much of AI generated, then it will definitely they're going to reject. Okay, there was a network error. So let it generate. So now there are many tools. Again, these are a few free tools. When I say free, it is not like you upload all the 5,000 words and it will give you the grammar check. No, when it's a free version, you can only upload little, like 300 words, 500 words. So it's a little more work for you. But if you don't have institutional support in buying these things, then you can go ahead and use those for small articles. But if you have a project and if you have money coming, I think you can also invest for these things, because on a long run, it is definitely going to help. Okay. So now let us go for this one grammar check tool. Which is called as smallseotools.com. Okay. So this is one where you can, again, you can only, if you are using the free version, you cannot paste too many. You can paste only 300 words at a time. Okay. You can paste only 300 words at a time. So let us try and paste something. Okay. So I have given the words and I say check for grammar. So it is given you, there is one spelling mistake. I don't see why it's a spelling mistake, which format, but it will give you. In this, there is no grammar mistake. So let me try another one where I have done a lot of grammar mistakes.
Is there
And
any
then,
limit that how many times?
yeah,
we can-
times I mean, per day there will be some limits, but in this you can check. See here, it is given, this is wrong, then this is wrong. It is spelling mistake, grammar mistake, it is given like this. But the best one is Grammarly, which is a paid software. Okay. So the best one is Grammarly, and even ChatGPT you can use. Even ChatGPT you can use for grammar check. Even 3.5 works wonderfully well for grammar check also. But the best software is Grammarly only. Okay. So again, this is a free plagiarism detector. Generally, this is the one I use, but many a times it is not as effective as Turnitin. Turnitin is best. Again, it's a paid one. So let me check and see if there is any plagiarism in this. Okay, so check for plagiarism. I am expecting there should not be no plagiarism because I wrote it. Let's see. In the meanwhile, the Gantt chart. Okay, still working on it. Huh? So it says 0% plagiarized, 100% because this I wrote to show you all. Okay. So, but it definitely detects the plagiarism and shows which are all the sentences which are plagiarized, which you people can alter. Okay. You can paraphrase it and send. So this is what I use for plagiarism checking. For grammar checking, I generally use ChatGPT itself for this thing. Then other than that, you have a lot of, see, nowadays AI detection is commonly happening, like I said. So there is one person who checked how each works. Okay. So when he pasted the non AI generated text, all three, I mean, these are the things which are generally used: Turnitin, Originality, and GPT-0 by uh, uh, publishing companies to check for AI detector. Okay. So when he pasted the AI generated abstract, okay, he found Originality software. Like if you people want to start a journal and want to check, Originality is the best software than compared to Turnitin and GPT-0. Then these are the various humanizer software. What is humanizer? You put the AI detector, AI detected content, and there will be an option called as humanizer. Okay, when you press that, it will convert that content into another format which will not be detected by AI. It looks like human is only written. Okay, so I use this software. Again, the 300 word is the issue there also. So now, so this is some AI generated text. So let's see whether if it will detect. So now I'll say check for AI. So it said your text is likely to be written by AI. Now I say humanize. So now it has given the other format. Sometimes some rubbish and all will be written. So just never copy paste anything directly. Okay. So please read. Sometimes it would have written beautifully, but sometimes it would have used some words which are not very relevant at all. So now let's check whether whatever is come. So now this is the content which it gave as human. So let's see how much is it. Is it the same thing? 1 second. So 313 words it won't read. Should have less than 300 words. Oh, this is saying this is also okay. I don't know. But generally it will humanize the content and you will get it as 0%. So these are the softwares. So, but if you want it to work well, you have to, so the best one which they said was this undetectable. Okay. So this will, like whenever they converted, like even this, they identified as 39% it is having AI content. But undetectable, when you humanize with this software, they said it is very good. So if you people are planning to invest on or use free version for some time for 300 words and all, this undetectable is a better version. This will be followed by Phrasely. Then comes all other AI detector. These are the AI detector tools which you can use to check. And these are the humanizer tools which you can use to convert. Or at least if you get to know which are all the sentences which are like detected by AI, I think we can, we generally do that. We convert that, we rephrase it ourselves. Okay. So that, and check for the grammar. So that it will not be detected as a human AI written. So this mostly covers. Okay, I think one thing is pending. Let's see if Gantt chart is prepared or not. Can you see? So beautifully the Gantt chart is come out, no? Okay. So it is given the month. It is given in which month, what all we can do, and the Gantt chart. And this chart comes even in the GPT 3.5. Okay. So I am just explaining you all for what all we can use. It just improves your productivity. Maybe you have 2-3 research ideas because of paucity of time, and you don't have much help. Sometimes you'll be just stuck with one research. So with the help of AI, we can do 2-3 research at a time. Our productivity will improve, and sometimes we won't have clarity like what to do when we are stuck in the head. We can't write. How many of you are stuck in research, literature review and discussion? I used to be generally stuck at discussion writing. Whenever I had to write discussion, that was the most difficult, because which article to search, where will I find? But after illicit and consensus, when I get similar articles, life has become very nice and simple for writing. I won't be stuck at discussion, I can say. I can write the discussion now with ease. So it definitely helps you to perform better and use your time in something else which you love. You may like some art form, or you may like a lot of things. You can use that. Then after that, you have to disseminate. Okay. So for that, you can use for preparation of slides. Okay. For preparation of slides, we can use this AI app called as Gamma APP. Okay. I have open it kept. So when you open that, you get this. This is where you can prepare your PPTs, not just for your other presentation, but also like if you want to prepare for class, or if you want to prepare for something, this will help you in preparing a good PPT. So now let's see. I will say create one new. So when you present create with AI, it will ask you 3 questions. Okay. Do you want to paste in text? You can also prepare in ChatGPT. Okay. So in ChatGPT, you won't get slides. You won't get slides, but I can ask this. Okay. So in ChatGPT, I'll open a new one. So I'm asking, prepare a PowerPoint presentation for a research proposal titled Prevalence of Early Developmental Delay and its Risk Factors in Bengal. This will not give you the PowerPoint slides as such, but it will give you the layout. Okay, so it will give you the structure. So in slide 1, what should be there? Okay, in slide 2, what should be there? If you feel this is enough, you can copy and paste this. So you will say paste in text. Okay, you can copy that and paste it in each text. This is something which will generate, or this is something you already have a file, but you want to import it and make it better. And for that, you can use import a file and you can ask it to prepare accordingly. Now I will say generate. Okay. So now I will say generate, I will say a presentation, and I will say the same thing, prepare a PowerPoint presentation for research proposal for this particular study. So now it will ask for outline. So it says, first I will speak about introduction, then background, objectives, methodology, anticipated findings, potential implications, limitations, conclusions. Okay, these are things. If you are not okay with anything, okay, if I want if I don't want conclusion, and I say I want something else, what can I add instead of
References.
no, not references. References it cannot give. I would say impact. I would say impact of the study. Okay. So, and so that you can change. You can add something, you can delete something. Okay. So it is giving you 8 slides. And I'll say continue. So it's asking, is dark theme okay? If I'm not okay with dark theme, I can select a light theme. Okay. So if I'm not okay with the dark theme, I can select the light theme. And I will say generate. But again, what I'm using is a free version. So in a month, you will get only some 3 PPTs you can prepare in the free version. Okay. Other than that, if you want to use and if you want more than 8 slides, again, all that is payment. So something if you want to do, you can use this. It's again very nicely, it will write everything. And if you, even for some topic, if you want to prepare, no, see, it has explained about the background. Okay, need for the local data, what is developmental delay, then it will give you some relevant pictures also which are not copyrighted. Okay, then primary objective, secondary objective, then it is spoken about methodology. Okay, then anticipated findings. This is not the best tool for your project proposal presentation, definitely, but if you want to prepare for some topic, okay, you can definitely use this. Okay, impact of the study. No, it is give improved developmental outcomes, informed policy making, reduced inequities. Okay, so these are all the things which you can give, and you can save this. Yes. Things has changed a little bit. There is a save button and you can save it. I'm sorry, I came out. But there is an option for save where you can save your presentation. But the problem is in a month, you can use only 3. I just wanted you all to expose to this so that sometimes on a new topic or something, when you want to prepare, this will help you in preparing your presentation soon. You can add and delete once you do it. Other than that, I think you all know Slides Go. This is not an AI. But this is one place where you get a lot of templates. I mean, those who know, I think you may be using some beautiful templates. If you don't like that boring, just the white or black background, you can use the templates. So free templates, these are available. You can use this. So I just wanted to share so that it can help you even in your academics. So this finishes all the AI tools. which are helpful and which I and my colleagues use. I thought I'll add a little bit on ethics. There was nothing on ethics in AI until March 2023, and ICMR came up with the ethical guidelines with the ethical principles for medical AI. And it says that it is not to limit innovation. The ethics is in AI is not to limit innovation, but we should not have another, World War II Hitler type of thing. It is to guide effective yet safe development, deployment, and adoption of AI-based research. And they say responsible AI is inclusiveness, being fair, secure, and being transparent. Okay. And they say now in ethical committee, you need to have a legal experts, especially if AI project proposals are there. You need to have people who have an expertise in IT and medical law, data and computer scientists who have an expertise in AI should be there in ethical committee. Okay. Then it has also defined so many special issues with the AI related proposal. Then they have also given the checklists, okay, like how we have our consort, stroke for various type of studies. So they've also given checklists for AI research like consort AI, spirit AI, future AI, RQS. So if people are interested in doing AI related research, you can you can look at this checklist and frame your project proposal itself based on the checklist, so that you won't miss out anything when you conduct the study. Okay, so now coming to the advantage, it is definitely cost effective. Imagine if I had to give somebody, in my thesis there was nothing, and to translate my questionnaire, my thesis questionnaire, I took 7 days. Okay. I did FGD in my thesis. To transcribe and translate it, I took 2 days, because I was conversant, and there were few of my colleagues who were not conversant in Kannada. They had to give it to people who do that. They shelled a lot of money. So it is definitely cost effective, faster and precise. It will definitely boost the research productivity, and interdisciplinary connections can happen. Now, we were looking for any app which we can have in the mobile itself, where we can screen for hearing impairment. Okay, so we spoke to some engineering and people who are with uh, other things. So we were trying to develop some app, so that it will be there in a mobile, or at least a standalone device, because how much ever easy it is, ASHA workers don't diagnose. So if there is an app, and if something comes in your immunization card, is the child screened at birth, screen this time, screen that time, then the chances of we getting all the children having congenital hearing impairment early will be high. So it promotes such interdisciplinary connections, and you can have a better data driven research. Impact, no need to say. There will be efficiency in literature review. You can see a lot of patient outcome, faster drug discovery, better understanding of diseases, then enhance clinical decision making, patient engagement, reduce costs, collaboration, accessibility, and innovation. It is not away from challenges and limitation, because all these things is what you put in, you get it out. Okay. If there is good quality of data, then it will give you good quality of summary. If there is no data at all, if there is something very new, then you won't get anything. And it also important how good the data you're putting, and it cannot check for plagiarism until you use other softwares. Then there will be some ethical issues regarding data privacy, because we don't know which data it is taking. Okay, whatever available it will take. So about the transparency of the data, it has been taken. As of now, there is no clarity, and there may be a bias in decision making. Then whatever it is, how much ever I had this thing, I am not very happy, because I still feel I'm talking to the computer, though there is 100 and odd people listening to my lecture. But I think the happiness and satisfaction which we get with the human interaction, I think we all thrive for that, no, for that experience, for that kind of human interaction. So that lacks with all these AI things. And definitely there is a resistance for change. When in my hospital, when everything has to be digitalized, we are still facing so much of problem. they will say somewhere this is not working or I cannot scan. So much of problem. There will be always a resistance whenever anything new comes, not just this, anything new comes. So similarly, we are also facing a lot of resistance from the administrators and healthcare workers to use. And people are scared. What if they are replaced, especially in other fields other than where we cater service? Content creators, code generators, in all those fields, AI is being replacing them. AI is replacing them with the people who know how to give proper prompts. Okay, so I am not very sure how much this will impact the health industry in care of caregiving. I still feel it takes a long time for that, but for other things, yes, it may replace. So, and I feel whatever will help us in progress, we need to be with that. Of course, we need to be cautious and ethical about what we do, but we need to learn and we need to take it forward. So to conclude, AI tools are definitely promising for improving health research by providing personalized, accurate, and efficient recommendations and reports. Its potential applications in health research are vast, including improving disease diagnosis, identifying new drug targets, and enhancing patient care and outcomes. However, its ethical and validation challenges must be still addressed. So to finally conclude, artificial intelligence can be used only as a substitute and not supplement, and not as a substitute to human intelligence. And thank you so much. I think I spoke a lot. I really thank all of you for your patient hearing. If anybody has any doubts, you can please ask.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your elaborate session and also demonstrating the various AI tools. One question, ma'am, whether this ELICET and consensus, they have any limitation on the number of prompts or per day?
Yes,
This many
number of prompts it is not there, but per time, ELICET gives only four articles. Four articles. So it doesn't, as of now, see, previously even that wasn't there. It was giving 20, 30 articles, but now it is been like that. It is giving only four articles. I think everything eventually will become like that only. I'm thinking GUK free internet in the beginning. Now it's become part. So I think like how we are subscribing our dish, our internet and call packages, I think in few days we will start subscribing some AI packages, is what I'm thinking. In future it may happen. So
sure. Participants, if you have any queries, you can just post it in the chat box. Is that okay that we take few questions?
yes.
Hello, ma'am. I actually had a question.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. These apps, these AI apps and presentation apps, all of them together, are they specific for English language, or do they act just as well in other languages as well?
Chat GPT will do for other languages also. Since we discussed only for research, I fixed to English only. Research, I am not aware if it is there for French, Latin, and other things. As per I know, it's only English, but I'm not aware. But other things, other than research, if you're asking, other languages, these will handle.
Ma'am, are there any AI tools for paraphrasing?
ChatGPT itself will paraphrase, and even the plagiarism detector, even those things will paraphrase. But again, see, ChatGPT will do it for free. I mean, once you're there, but plagiarism detector and Turnitin, everything will paraphrase. All plagiarism detectors come with paraphrasing with it. But again, when you go for paraphrase, it is cost. Yeah, Quillbot also. Somebody is mentioning Quillbot. Quillbot is a very powerful tool, but I did not discuss. Yes, Quillbot is also a wonderful tool. It also has AI detector. Research Rabbit is also very good. Okay, but similar functions. So I didn't want to discuss. But you people can explore, and whichever. Some people may not know, like I did not know 6 months or 1 year ago that these things existed even. Okay, so those who did not know, for them these things are there. Those who already know, you just go to YouTube and Google. People will speak about 4, 5, 6 softwares available. You can try and choose what is best for you. Somebody spoke about Sky Hub. In my last presentation, I had spoken about Sky Hub, but you know, we are not supposed to speak. It is illegal. Okay, so if you people are using Sky Hub, it is illegal. I didn't speak about it. You people are speaking about it. But yes, Sky Hub is one place where you get all articles. But I did not speak about it in this session.
And for a qualitative research, whether this AI tools are of any useful?
Yes, quantitative research. See, review of literature and discussion. You can use the help even in quantitative. We have written and it is getting published in IJCH. That for discussion, we took help. So we found the articles which have done on similar work. There were only some 6 or 7 articles. So it helped in finding the articles, for paraphrasing. For all these things, yes, even for qualitative research, it will use. If you're asking me whether it can be used for generating codes, I think it can be. I am not aware. I have not used.
Okay, the audio
Shall I add, ma'am, little bit if you want?
Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Kannan is there. I have to thank Dr. Kannan here because he is the one who introduced me to AI. So he is constantly supporting me throughout. And I think that's how we all work team. And thank you very much, Kannan, for supporting and helping.
It's okay, ma'am. It's all the team work, ma'am. I think you do the excellent session today. But some questions I would like to answer. Since Deepthi madam has taken extensive sessions, she may be a little tired. So I will help her in answering questions. Yes, there are certain questions which is interesting to me. That is there any tool to what is the usefulness of AI in qualitative research? Yes, you can do for data coding. You can do for thematic analysis. But what happens is it will code in a theme in a different way, which is away from the objectives. So you should be make sure that the thematic interpretation of the code should be along with the objectives. You can use, never resist any change. Okay, always never resist any change. It will be so helpful to remit our work. Say now with this, all the advances, whatever Deepthi discussed in a very wonderful way, it will reduce your time so that you can invest your time in other activities. There's something called work-life balance. For that, it will be very, very helpful. One person asked a wonderful question. We should not use SPSS in this because ma'am told data analysis. Never use JITGPT for data analysis, though ma'am described in a beautiful way. Always prefer to go for software because GPT means, I think madam would have told or not because I joined late due to some work matters. GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. Okay, GPT means generative pre-trained transformer. It is basically a language-driven model. It has a language in it. That language has been driven. If I say calculate mean for the statistical data, it knows mean is equal to n1 plus n2 plus n2 divided by the number it will give. That is a language-driven model. Suppose if I have a large data set, if I give the same thing to language model, it will give a false result. Always go for software, SPSS or Stata or whatever. Because though it uses Python as inbuilt language, Python has its own problem. So when you come to the data, remember GPT is a language-driven model. So you can use in whatever language you want to use. Suppose I want to write a book. I'm writing a book. I don't know how to structure the book. You can use AI. Suppose I am writing a review article. I want to show something that you can use AI. Okay, but when come to numbers, always go for the softwares, which is a little bit better. Okay. So yes, obviously it will help you to help in data team coding analysis, but always you should be aware of how this will go in whether it will go with the objectives because you should not go away from the grounded theory. Okay, that is my answer. If there's any other questions, we are welcome to answer any questions.
Thank you so much, Kannan. Whatever ChatGPT or any AI tools give, don't take it blindly. We have to always use our human intelligence, human distinction to you should use it only as an aid, not just copy paste it. That is something even we have done that mistakes in a hurry, but that should never be done.
And you don't think it will make your life easier. You should learn more. Because suppose I know everything in qualitative analysis, you just to put a qualitative analysis thing, it will give, but you should know specifically what to give, right? Suppose I want, suppose myself and somebody else is writing about qualitative analysis of perspectives of anemia muttu program in a population. I know what is force-based analysis. That person doesn't know what is force-based field analysis. Obviously, I only will get selected. He won't get selected or she won't get selected. So you should know theory also, what to give prompt. Ma'am clearly told one point, something called prompt engineering. You should know theory, na? First, that you should read. So don't think ChatGPT will make your life just like that. No, it won't. It won't do that. You should know what to give in the prompt. Like you have seen the movie Robo, no? That in Tamil it is Endiran, whatever in Hindi it is Robo. That Robo will take the TV and broke the TV. Okay, so you should tell what to do the Robo, na? Otherwise it will break the TV like what it has done. Okay. Okay, Vijay, anything you can ask, we are ready to answer, both the myself and man.
The paraphrasing done by Quillbot, whether it will be detected by the plagiarism software?
Yes. Quillbot is another software for paraphrasing, plagiarism checker, generative human text. But whatever paraphrasing done by Quillbot is actually, I learned yesterday only because I'm also learning day by day AI. It is not coming. Actually, GPT 0. Madam told 3 softwares: Turnitin, Originality, and GPT 0. GPT 0 is detecting actually. So there is one more software called Write Human. There is Write Human. I think if you allow me to share screen, I can show that. Write Human. I think Write Human is there. This is little bit better, but still. But still, you see, you can always Turnitin is a global standard one. Turnitin is a global standard one. Whatever you paraphrase, Turnitin is one step ahead. They are keep on updating their thing. So always paraphrase by yourself. Even if you paraphrase by Quillbot, but Quillbot has 6 formats: standard format, classical format, academic format is there. So whatever format you use, still it is becoming detectable by Turnitin. So there is no software beyond Turnitin actually. So better you use by your own paraphrasing. Write Human is now number 1. It almost, suppose by using Quillbot, it will convert 100% to 30%. Write Human make the 100% into 20% only. Remaining 10% Turnitin is actually overtake. Maybe we also keep learning. Okay.
So that is paid, right, sir?
Quillbot is paid. Write Human is 3 requests per month. 3 documents you can write for per month. You can actually, if you pay more money, you can go for unlimited text. Always remember, Turnitin is a global standard one. We are still finding we are not able to beat Turnitin. So always statistical analysis, use softwares, don't use ChatGPT as of now. And Dr. Vijay Gita asked, can you kindly elaborate the ethical aspects in using AI tools for research, especially in terms of preventing research misconduct, including plagiarism, fabrication, falsification? Please, as Madam also explained one point very beautifully, that you should always disclose the AI content in the whatever content you are writing, because it will come in plagiarism also. Because we cannot prevent plagiarism because we ourselves are plagiarism of our father and mother. Okay, there is nothing called 100% original or 100% true. We are also plagiarism. Okay. So how to maybe be better you disclose, because how we disclose, because myself the Kannan is a son of so and so, like that I'm putting, like that when you write article, this content is derived from, taken from with the help of AI. You can put like that, means they can accept it. But still some people are not accepting that version also.
Majority of the journals not accepting.
Journals are not accepting, because the journals, they will put the document in Turnitin. If it comes 100%, tata, bye bye, see you. Okay, so we have to be careful, but you can disclose. If you disclose, some are accepting only. Like Gantt said, madam told, no, we can write like
People are
so
asking
use
how much AI is acceptable. There are no norms as of now yet.
there's no
Okay,
norms
even
as of now. Yes.
even plagiarism, some journals up to 30% they accept. Some journals only 10%. Some want 0%. There are some journals which are sent back to me 3-4 times saying we want 0% plagiarism. Okay, and that was detecting everything, even the one in the inverted comma as plagiarism. Okay, so it depends on journal. Some say 30, but below 30 for plagiarism. But for AI, there is no limit which is being set yet, because it is
Yes.
only recent. AI content detection is only a recent thing. I think in near future that will also come, but as of now, there is no limitation which is being set.
Exactly. And the sample size calculation, somebody asked, yes, I think Vijay also asked whether GPT 3.5 also do. Yes, 3.5 also do sample size, but it won't tell what steps it has used. In GPT-4, if madam has shown, there is a blue color icon is there. If you click that, how it calculated that is there. That is not in 3.5. So if somebody like me asked, how did you demonstrate how did you calculate, means you may fail. So so GPT-4 will tell how it calculated. GPT 3.5 will help. But in that also, again, I'm telling, it is a language driven model. You have to use a software like NMaster to get the sample size, correct sample size, whatever softwares we have for sample size. We have done, myself and my colleague, we did a sample size calculation with the ChatGPT and also with the NMaster. Actually, NMaster give the better sample size than ChatGPT, because again, it is a language driven model. Language driven model is very clear that it's already is programmed in a language that is given in the thing. And somebody asked whether it is available in the other language. Yet it is available in the other languages also, but it is not tested properly, because English is keep on tested by the various authors all over the world. I translated a questionnaire in Tamil. It is giving actually entirely wrong context in the Tamil. That some study with ICMR project we do. So that we should not use actually. We have to use our own language. Actually, again, you see Robo movie, you will understand what is this today presentation. It don't have any emotions. Okay, ChatGPT don't have any emotions which will affect your progress. So you can get help, but you cannot use completely. You have to teach love everything to na. Love is not teachable to ChatGPT, right? Love, hate, whatever. Any more questions, Vijay?
They asked about the softwares that we can use for sample size.
Yes, NMaster. NMaster. I can type if you want. NMaster you can use. That is better. You can use software for the NMaster. It is not available free of cost, but you have to buy. But when if you buy, it will help you. There are certain things you should invest into very good quality result, right? So that is the thing. NMaster.
So using ChatGPT for all study designs, sample size can be calculated.
Calculated,
it can be
but
calculated. Depends on
yes,
the prompts. The prompt should be proper. You all have ChatGPT. You can explore.
OpenAPI Online is also there.
So I think there are no further queries.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful session and for accepting, first of all, accepting our invitation. And in 2023, I think so, I attended your session. But compared to that, you have used to so many AI tools in today's session. Thank you. As
That's
you told,
very
it
nice.
keep on evolving. AI is one area.
We need to
Thank
be
you.
updated. And thank you, Vijay, for inviting. I also thank IMA Tamil Nadu for including me as a resource person. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Kannan sir, for your Q&A session. Though. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. We will just close the meeting.